Greetings in the name of Yahuwah and His Son Yahushua Mashiach. My name is Malak Shalomo, and today I'm going to do a trade recap I did on ES futures. All right, so let's see here. I don't know why I can't get that to go to full screen. If somebody knows how to fix that, then hit me up in the comment section, because you see I'm hitting full screen on TradingView and all I'm getting is this. So I want the whole screen to go back to like full screen mode without this part here. So I don't know what's happening with that. So let's see here. Let me just take off all these drawings, take all of that off. All right, so let's start with the market profile. Right, so we have an overlapping higher value relationship with the market profile. Value area high yesterday was here at let's see, 47.83. Value area low was at 47.64.75. Today's value area low is at 47.69 and value area high is at 47.85. Right, so it's overlapping higher value. We opened above the value area high, so that's bullish, right? So looking for buys, right? Well, supposed to be looking for buys. So, but you can tell from the title of this video that things didn't really go as it should. So let's see here. Let's look at the pivots. Right, so we have a higher value relationship with the pivots. Yesterday's central pivot was here. Let's see, that's at 47.71.25. Bottom central is 47.73. Top central is at 47.69.75. So we have a higher value relationship today where value area hold on, let me take this off. Right, so the bottom central pivot is now at 47.85.75. Central pivot is at 47.88.25 and top central pivot is at 47.90.63. All right, so let me just point out the Camarillas before I start jumping into what actually happened. All right, so the Camarillas are in a higher value relationship. Yesterday S3 was here, R3 was here, R3 moved up to here, and S3 moved above previous day's R3, so that's a higher value relationship. So let's just call out those levels. Right, so Camarilla S3 today is at 47.84. Yesterday's Camarilla R3 was at 47.76.75 and today's Camarilla R3 is at 48.02. Right, so we basically opened within range. Right, so let's go back to the pivots. Right, so judging how price opened in the ETH from the pivots, right, we had a touch. We're opening between the central pivot range, right? So let's see, let's point this out here. Right, so that's the open right there, that yellow line. And we opened just below the top central pivot. You can see that's 47.90 right there. It's kind of blocked by this yellow kind of line right there, yellow cross line. So we open within the range, right? So that's the bottom central pivot range, top central pivot. So we open within the range, we came down, we test the central pivot, and then we just move bullish after that, basically staying above the top central range, top central pivot, right? So that's all bullish going into the RTH. As you can see, there's a smooth kind of, let me point that out. It's a smooth little trend going into the open here. right? So let's see. Right. So one of the statistics with a open when it touches the central pivot range is that you normally get to like floor pivot R1, which is at 48, 10, 50, right? That's that line right there. Right? So that's floor pivot R1. So when you open within range and it's bullish, you're probably gonna get to floor pivot R1, right? So that's like a strategy you could use and stuff. So let's see here. Where is the open? Where is the open? Right, so this is the opening candle right here, right? So we had this break above yesterday's high, which was at 4802.25. Had a little resistance there, and coming into the open, we're moving down, testing this auction area right here. Right, so we're retesting that basically. Right, we found buyers, nice volume, and price took off, right? So we had this push up here, and we had a little pullback to retest the yesterday's high. All right, so let's see here. So I don't know, like I have like this short bias that I need to work on. So I even pointed out this in the Discord, like R1 is a possible target. So when this buying candle came up here and we had a retest and broke above, let me just open that up a little more. All right. Like these are easy trades, but I'm kind of making it hard, right? So if we have this big buying candle right here as support, right? We coming up to yesterday's high. We have a pullback in the candle, right? Probably like to 50%, and we push back up, right? We're going back above, breaking above this candle and yesterday's high. This is like a good place to probably go long with a stop below here, right? So that would have taken you up to floor pivot R1. You would have a deep pullback here. You would have to hold on to that, or maybe you could like if it breaks these highs right there, you could probably close out the trade. When it comes back up, you could re-enter to get to like floor pivot R1, right? So I didn't take that trade at all. I actually pointed it out in the Discord and stuff like that. Didn't take that trade. So what I decided to do was look for resistance at floor pivot R1 in case we start failing at these levels, right? So what I was considering is like these deep retracements here, right? So I started to go short here at this level. So when we had this kind of like reversal candle right here, started to go short, it went into profit a little bit, and then we had the buyers coming back in, right? So at this point here, if I'm trading properly, I should exit this position with the break above this level here, right? Because now we're in an uptrend, we're getting buyers here, right? We have two buying wicks coming back up, pushing price back up above floor pivot R1. Let me just use the arrows, right? So we have two buying wicks here. Like I went short here, right? On these two candles, we came into profit. We had buyers coming back up, right? So as soon as we break above this level here, I should probably just exit the trade, right? Didn't exit the trade. Wait till it came up here, almost to R2, right? Which is a bad decision. And then we have this kind of cross right here, this doji cross. So I'm looking at that now as like maybe that sign of weakness. Took a short here. Well, added to the position here. It started to move down. Big buyers again. That's another sign right there to like, okay, this ain't really gonna work on the short side, right? So eventually it came back up, tested, kind of made like a double top here. So this kind of increased my confidence with the short. We moved back down below R1, right? So this actually came into profit again, had support, buyers came back up. I'm looking at it now like, okay, we're creating a lower high right here compared to these two, right? Started to move down again. So I'm thinking, okay, this is eventually gonna break down, right? So let's see here. After we move sideways a little bit, as you can see, we came back down here and created a lower high still, or kind of like an exact high to this 11:15 candle. So we came up here. When we came down and we created this wick, I added to the short position again. This time we didn't really break down R1 at all, right? So this is at basically like 1 hour to go before the close, right? So I'm holding through all of this craziness during the day, which I shouldn't be doing, right? So eventually this just stopped me out here. We had this big buying going into the close, buyers just stepped on the gas, squeezed everybody who was short, including myself, and got squeezed here. So we eventually came up to R2. Let's see, what was the max today? The high today was 48.2150. So basically this is like a little push up. Well, not a little push, but like a bullish trend that pushes it above R1. You see how much resistance we had at R1 right there? So buyers had to really step on the gas to push that up to R2, right? So let's go to my trading platform so you can see what's going on here, right? Well, I actually had to take a picture in the Discord because NinjaTrader and Apex, they kind of refresh like the platform, and all of this kind of goes away, right? So I had 3 valuation accounts trying to get those to go live, right, to pass these evaluations. And as you can see, all of them went into red, right? So all of them stopped out because you have like a 5,000 like a trailing stop. So I think yesterday I had like about 11 or 13, was it 13 or 14 in profit? I think it was 1,400 in profit, right? So these here took away all that profit, and plus that loss right there, and that's for being stubborn, right? Like knowing that actually holding these trades through this kind of mess here isn't really prudent, you know what I'm saying? So this is really bad risk management right here. This is a horrible trade, and I suffered the cost for that, right? So 3 of them here is no longer active, so I have to reset these here, right? So this is something I was kind of talking to my brother about like trading and stuff like that, because he was asking me about like how it's going and like what's my plans with it and stuff like that, because I basically have like, I think my hit rate is probably in the 80%, I would say, right? Like I'm probably green 80% of the time, but when I do lose, I do stuff like this, right? So it's I'm kind of struggling with the risk management side of things, right? So it's like the red days are really huge, and the green days, they build up on, I get to a certain point, and then like when the red days come, they really hit hard, right? Because like I'm being stubborn, not closing my trades where I should, right? Like I'm going short here. If it breaks above this level, should close the trade. Shouldn't be adding here. Even if it comes up here and I add and it moves down, that's another stop out right there, right? As it breaks above. So this is also, I could also go short here on this reversal candle. You see it actually moves down a lot, and then take profit when it kind of breaks above certain levels, like right here. So there is trades in this. Like I went into profit a couple of times as we dipped below, right? Like on these two dips here. But I was hoping for more, right? Because I'm trying to pass these evals and go live and stuff like that. And I was hoping I could show you how much evaluations I actually blew already, but that didn't get it didn't get caught in the screenshot, right? So I think it's up to like about 40 right now. So the problem is bad risk management and being stubborn, right? So I need more discipline to overcome that, right? So anyway, I was actually talking to my brother about this, and he was asking me about, like, how's the trading going and stuff. And I'm telling him, well, this is where I'm at, and I'm kind of having a struggle with the discipline side of it, right? So I actually told him, I said, like, I'm gonna give this probably one more year, and if I don't get that side of it together, then I'm gonna probably quit this. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I've been doing this for like probably like 3 years now. I started off with the stocks. The stocks didn't work out. I switched over to the futures, and the futures has been going a lot better, but I still have this problem with like the risk management and discipline side of things. Now, you could enter in these platforms, you could set like what do they call it, like max drawdown and stuff like that. But even with that, like if I wanna create a business with this, right? I need to master the risk management of it and not have on training wheels, right? Like that's cool and all that for some people. If you wanna do that, that's cool. But to me, that is the problem, and I don't wanna create like a training wheel part to like prop me up. You know what I'm saying? Because when I go live, then I have this trailing stop like within my business. Like you can't, to me, you can't run a business if you're not disciplined and you need props, right? So I rather just try and manage my discipline and my risk management on my own, because I know that's basically like my own problem. You know what I'm saying? My only problem within this thing. So spotting trades is not a problem. Entries is not a problem. Exiting is a problem, right? So not accepting the loss is a problem, right? And I'm making the loss turn into like a bigger loss for no reason, right? So now I have to reset these three valuation accounts and try and get these done by, I think is the 27th of December, right? So probably to just try and get into the new year with some live accounts going and stuff like that. But it's like I was telling my brother, I'm giving myself one more year with this stuff, and then I'm done. Then I'm done for sure. Because I wake up early in the morning. I work like a 3 to 11 shift, and then I have to wake up early in the morning to do this stuff. I could actually do something probably better with my time if this is not paying off. You know what I'm saying? So I could probably just go to the gym early in the morning, and if you're working out, you're gonna see results, right? So this is the kind of thing where I'm working at it, and the results aren't there yet. Now, as far as being resilient and picking myself up from these losses, like I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? So this is not going to break my confidence or anything like in a major way. It's just like for the day you kind of feel like kind of messed up, you know what I'm saying? But by tomorrow I'm good to go and ready to trade again, you know what I mean? But it I think I have to consider that I might be in the 90% of people who don't succeed at this, right? So it's like if you keep doing something over and over and you getting the same results and you're expecting different results, then you're kind of crazy, right? So you have to at least acknowledge sometimes that, okay, this isn't working, right? So far it's not working, but I can trade properly if I manage my risk, because with my hit rate of trades, it's like it's probably more than the average trade, I would say. Like the way I could read the chart and stuff is probably above average, I would say. But with the self control, that's garbage. So I gotta work on that. So that's basically, I don't do New Year's resolutions and stuff like that, but I'm just saying, like, I'm doing one more year of this, and that'll be it for me. All right, y'all. So it's Malak Shalomo. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, and y'all trade safe and stay blessed.